Have you ever wondered how noise-canceling headphones actually work? It seems almost magical, doesn't it? You put them on, press a button, and suddenly the roar of the airplane cabin or the buzz of traffic just disappears. But there's no magic involved. It's pure physics. And today, we're going to break down the science of destructive interference and show you exactly how sound waves can literally cancel each other out. If you love learning about the hidden physics behind everyday technology, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next deep dive. Let's start with the basics. Sound is a wave. When something vibrates, it creates ripples in the air around it, just like when you drop a stone into a pond. These ripples travel outward in all directions. The distance between one ripple and the next is called the wavelength. The number of ripples that pass a point in 1 second is called the frequency. Together, these properties define the sound we hear. Now here's where it gets interesting. Waves have a special property. They can combine with other waves, and depending on how those waves line up, they can either make each other louder or they can cancel each other out completely. This is called interference, and it's the key to understanding noise cancellation. Let's imagine two identical sound waves traveling through the air. Imagine the first wave as a smooth up and down pattern. Now imagine a second wave that's exactly the same. If these two waves arrive at your ear at exactly the same time, with their peaks and valleys perfectly aligned, they reinforce each other. They add together and become twice as loud. This is called constructive interference. But now let's change the scenario. What if that second wave is shifted? What if its peak arrives exactly when the first wave's valley is there? When a peak meets a valley, something remarkable happens. The upward motion of one wave cancels out the downward motion of the other. They neutralize each other. The result is silence. This is destructive interference, and it's the foundation of noise-canceling technology. Here's the problem, though. In the real world, sound waves are bouncing around everywhere. A single sound source creates waves that hit your ears directly, but they also bounce off walls, floors, and ceilings. By the time these reflections reach you, they're not perfectly timed anymore. Most sounds aren't pure single-frequency tones either. Engine noise, traffic, people talking, music, these are complex mixtures of many different frequencies all happening at once. So you can't just create one opposing wave and expect everything to go silent. This is where modern electronics come in. Noise-canceling headphones use microphones to listen to the noise around you in real time. The headphones have tiny microphones on the outside that pick up the ambient sounds. Inside the headphone's processor, something clever happens. The electronics analyze the incoming noise and calculate what an opposite wave would need to look like. They figure out the precise opposite phase, the exact amplitude, and the right frequency mix to cancel it out. Then, the headphones play that calculated opposite signal through their speakers directly into your ears. You're hearing the anti-noise at the exact moment the real noise arrives. The two interfere destructively right at your eardrums, and the result is profound silence, or at least a dramatic reduction in the noise you perceive. But this only works for certain types of noise. Low-frequency sounds like the rumble of an airplane engine or the hum of air conditioning are the easiest to cancel. These sounds have long wavelengths and predictable patterns. They repeat consistently, which makes them easy for the headphone's processor to predict and match with an opposite wave. The headphones can generate an exact anti-noise and get the timing perfect. High-frequency sounds are much harder to cancel. Imagine a woman's voice, or a dog barking, or the sharp screech of brakes. These sounds have short wavelengths and complex, irregular patterns. They change rapidly and unpredictably. By the time the headphone's processor has analyzed the sound and created an opposite wave, the original sound has already changed. The anti-noise doesn't match up perfectly anymore. This is why noise-canceling headphones are fantastic on an airplane, but less effective in a noisy coffee shop. There's another limitation too. Noise-canceling headphones create silence only in a very specific location, right at your eardrums, inside the sealed space of the headphone cup. The destructive interference is happening in a controlled acoustic environment. Just a few centimeters away from your ear, the anti-noise and the real noise are still both present and not necessarily canceling. If you're wearing the headphones, you experience the silence. If you take them off, the noise is still there. The quality of the noise cancellation also depends on how well the headphone seals against your ears. If there are gaps, outside noise can leak in and bypass the anti-noise. If the seal is tight, more of the sound is contained inside the headphone cup, making the destructive interference more effective. This is why over-ear headphones generally cancel noise better than earbuds, and why finding the right fit is so important. Advanced noise-canceling headphones use multiple microphones and more sophisticated processing. Some have microphones on both the inside and outside of the headphone. This lets them monitor not just the incoming noise, but also what's happening in the enclosed space. They can adjust the anti-noise in real time, adapting to changes in the ambient sound. Some headphones can also adapt based on how you're wearing them, or what environment you're in. Interestingly, this same principle of destructive interference is used in many other applications beyond headphones. Architects and engineers use it to design quieter buildings. Mufflers on cars work partly on this principle. Active noise control systems in manufacturing plants and ships use the same physics. If you found this explanation valuable, please give the video a like. It helps us create more content like this. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you noticed any differences between your noise-canceling headphones in different environments? What situations have you found where